Slate.
Slate.
Hey y'all, I'm going to show you our brand new preamplifier. It does line and phono. It's called the Precision Line and Phono Preamplifier from Manley Labs. This is definitely the most flexible, coolest vacuum tube preamplifier that's ever existed in the whole world. Let me show you why.
All right.
Every input, there are 6 inputs, and every input can be either a line or a phono, depending on how much gain you select. So we're going to tap once to select the gain, and then if I go over here, it's a line input. I can mute it here with one tap of the volume control button. I'm going to put this back into phono because we're actually playing a record right now off that input. There we go. So like if I want to go to input 2, say, and it's set at 50 dBs of gain here, and pretend I'm going to plug my DAC into it. I'm going to press once to reset the gain and come over here and set 10 dBs of gain. And then that turns white to show you it's a line input. That's also reflected up here. See, it says input 2, 10 dBs of gain. And then if I go to input 3, let it do its thing. It's 55 dBs of gain, and we have custom labeled that on the setup page here to just say it's the MoFi. Let it sync up. There we go. See, I've already custom labeled that. It's a MoFi turntable that we're using today. So this is a bi-directional web server that's coming out of the unit. ESP32 is doing all this stuff for us today. The second encoder here is your volume control. That's a relay ladder, 1 dB step relay ladder. We've coded it to be, so the relays overlap each other, and it's silent switching. You don't get any zipper noise or any of that crap. And it also kind of scales as faster you turn it, the more it's going to increase or decrease. The first tap is mute, and the red LED here comes on. 2 taps get you into balance mode. 2 taps. Oops, sorry, I didn't do it enough. 2 taps. There we go. Balance, and I can swing that either way. And then 3 taps. 1, 2, 3 is going to turn on the mono function. And mono in this unit is pretty sophisticated. It's not just slamming the 2 channels together. There's actually a bit of buffering and stuff that goes along with that, because we have to knock the signal down, and then because where it is in the circuit path there. So we'll take it out of mono with 3 presses there. All right, let's go back to a phono setup here. I'm going to press this to go into phono gain. 45 dBs of gain, say. All right, that looks like something we might do for a moving magnet cartridge. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So what would you be loading your Shure V15 with? How many ohms?
I don't even remember. I did it a year ago.
All right, let's just pretend we're going to load him up with 200 ohms or 210 ohms and
you can adjust the capacity.
180 picofarads, right? Okay. So this knob here, it can change the resistance loading in 30 ohm steps.
Yep.
And it's going to go around, and then it's going to show 2 LEDs the second time around, and then 3 LEDs, and then 47K. Let me show you how that works. I'm going to tap once for resistor, and I can change all the resistor values. See, there's 1 red LED, red for resistor. Shit, look, there's 2 LEDs now. That's because we're reading like in between on that scale.
Gotcha.
And then we come around.
Oh, when it's...
Oops, I overdid it. Yeah, 3 LEDs there is 960 ohms. That's at outer reading.
Got it.
And then 1 more click is going to be the 47K load for our moving magnet cartridge that we're playing. Okay, say we switched it and we want to put it back down to like 180 ohms. There it is. It's easy to read. I know it's small font and all that, but you can also do it up here, and it's going to tell you the values of where you are. You got to tap first for resistor. Yep, tap and turn. There you go. let it catch up. It's got to sync up, you know. But
There it is, 150.
there it goes. There you go. Cool, huh? Now let's adjust the capacitance. Right here, 2 stars, 2 taps, 1, 2. Now the white LED is the C. That's a capacitive loading. And we're going to adjust that around. And again, it's going to track with that here. We can also, you know, take it up with the web remote there. There it goes. You know, the volume control, you can slide it all the way down like that. You can bring it all the way back up. It's going to tell you the dBs there. That's all the way up. And we can just tap it down just one at a time here. If you're clicking on a mouse, you can go click, 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 click. But on the iPad,
screen,
it zooms it, you know, like it zooms it. So you can't tap very quickly on the screen. I'm going to try to work out where we can do a gesture instead of tap, 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 tap on that. So we'll get there. This is proto number 3. We've been working on this for like at least 6-7 years so far.
Wow.
They're building prototype number 4 right now at the factory, and you know there's still power supply change that we're making so we can get rid of a sub-regulator, but there are 10 tubes in this thing. It's all those nice multi-caps that are made up there at Wilson Audio actually these days. And the thing sounds awesome. It's so super freaking quiet. And, you know, every input can be a line or a phono or whatever you want it to be. It's really flexible.
I love the loading stuff. That's really great.
Yeah, thanks. There's also if you take this little door off over here, there's a provision for custom load. So you can put your fancy resistor in there. And it's a reset button. Oh, it also has a 12-volt trigger in and out, so you can you know drive your whole home automation system, turn everything off and on. Because with the remote control, with a web-based UI, this can be in a cabinet somewhere. You don't even need to look at it. Don't need line of sight. In the physical remote, is also RF and Bluetooth, so it's rechargeable by USB-C and by wireless recharging, just like your phone. Amazing. So we're, you know, at Manley Labs, we have 1 foot in the past with all this vacuum tube stuff, and 1 foot in the future with all this really cool controllability, and it's pretty neat.